All right, we want to get these flipping. Oh my God! Let's go ahead and move the asparagus. Hello everyone and welcome to the cooking video I promised. If you would come here, this is a New York strip, this is asparagus, and there's a couple ways to prepare them, but with the New York strip in particular, I don't really have much seasoning here. If you would show this background, there's not much to work with. So all we're gonna do is use this is pretty reliable if you use it correctly, dill sauce. Marinate it with that, and then we have the asparagus, which is pretty simple. Instead of putting it in the oven with some seasonings, we're gonna grill it because that's how I personally like it. And we're gonna break these. For example, I'll do one right now. You break it at an individual spot, and where it breaks is where it's supposed to break, because you don't want this really tough part. The next step is to clean your asparagus. So we're gonna grab it here, turn whatever sink you have on, and start just, clean it. Give it about 25, 30 seconds of pretty good washing. So I'll see you in a few seconds. All right, so now we're done with that. After about 30 seconds, you wanna put it on a paper towels because you don't want them to be super, wet, and dry them off a little bit. This, come in closer, is kind of the butt of an asparagus that's really, it's hard. You don't want that. So what we're gonna do next is, I already mentioned it previously, but you break them in the spot where it naturally breaks, like this. And then you have the hard part gone. It's kind of normal because you would expect the tender part to separate. So I'll see you in a couple minutes, probably a few seconds honestly, when I'm done doing this. Here is the asparagus after we broke it. And as you can tell, this is quite a bit shorter than it was before. Now we'll walk over here. So the next step obviously is to get the steak. And you might say, such a simple meal, why is this a cooking video? I'm not a big guy for sides and I don't really care. So what we're gonna do, if you will come over here, grab a bag. Now since a lot of people a lot of times have cooked steaks on like a cast iron on the stove top, but this time I don't really have interest in doing that. I wanna use the grill because this is the New York strip and it deserves that treatment. So what we're gonna do is open this bag. If you have dill sauce seasoning, or if you use like teriyaki sauce, soy sauce, or something to marinate that, depends on what you prefer, but my family would prefer dill seasoning. And we're just gonna, my hands are clean. We're gonna grab the steak, make sure your hands are clean too. Put it in the bag. So, wash your hands right after that because you'll have some steak juice on yourself. And now that you're done with your cutting board, put that aside and just not too much, not too little of the dill sauce. Oh my gosh, we're gonna open it. And go for about 2 seconds, pretty light. And bang. All right, that's good. So, after that, I'm gonna get your bag, kind of get some of the air out of it, seal it. And so, we have a good amount of dill sauce, not too much, not too little. Obviously, it's one steak, so you're not gonna need as much. But, you'll wanna kind of flip it around a little bit, get that dill sauce around in there, put it on one side so it kind of gets on one side. All right, and so now we're gonna leave this on this side for about 4.5 minutes. I'll see you when that's done. And now we have our steak on that 4.5 minute timer sitting here until we flip it. But in the meantime, we're gonna be a little bit more efficient and put our asparagus down in a pan. Then to make the seasonings that we have here, I got black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and some salt that'll have to pinch onto it. But to get it to stick better, like I said, you wanna get some olive oil. You could use other oils too, doesn't really matter. Something that will have it stick. You just put a little bit on there. Might have been a lot, but that's okay. You want to kind of mix it around a little bit. And the next step, obviously, I probably should not have used my hands, so we're going to use this just a little bit more. I had to wash my hands and everything. All right, so get your seasonings. Doesn't really matter what order you go in. Black pepper on there, garlic powder, onion powder. And it's okay to put a little bit more because you're mixing them around, so you want to get all sides of it. And your salt. That's our 4.5 minute timer going on right now. Let's turn that off. Take a 10-second break, flip it. And obviously this is all in real time. So yeah, a little bit more salt. All right. And then we want to mix it around like this. Get that seasoning all in between them. And yeah, that's that. We'll wait on this for just a couple more minutes and I'll get back to you. All right, now we have to move quickly. So if you can't tell, our grill is at about 550, which is a pretty good temperature. If it's a thick steak, then we're gonna have to flip it a little bit more often, but that's all right. So we're gonna open it. It's gonna be really hot, obviously, but we're gonna go ahead, and we don't have a temperature probe for the steak, but that's okay. We'll just do it by feel. So let's get this out after another 4.5 minutes, so 9 minutes in total. Put that right there, and go ahead and put the steak on the grill. Pretty high heat.
So Charlie, how did you get into cooking?
I've been cooking for probably a few years now. Basically, when I got into middle school, in elementary school, I ate like a hog, pretty much just random chips and stuff. That was pretty unhealthy, so I got a little bit chubby. And then in probably about 7th grade, I realized, or 6th grade, I realized I don't take enough showers. And so in 7th grade, I corrected myself, got a little bit better style. I still was chopped with some of the things I wore, but I think I'm okay now. And I started to cook. I worked out more, and it's a lot of high protein meals. I try not to have a ton of I like carbs. I like having bread with it, but I don't want to have a ton of sugar in my meals. So it's mainly have your meat, have your vegetables or fruits, and some bread.
What's your favorite meat to cook?
Okay, I would say that's a filet.
Okay.
But if it's an overall meal that I enjoy eating the most because I know it's really good for you, I would make myself some brown rice. Have that with some teriyaki sauce infused in it. Have that with chopped up chicken breast that you cook that's really healthy. And as a side, you can have bread or fruits. I like raspberries, blueberries, blackberry. I like a lot of fruits.
Do you ever eat any type of fish?
I do like fish too. I like salmon, tuna, tilapia, shrimp, crab, oysters. No, not oysters. What is it? Scallops.
And have you cooked all of those?
I've cooked every one of those. Pretty good at it too. I'd say fish is quite a bit easier to cook than a steak that we have going right now, so I'm trying to hurry through these questions. But, any more questions?
What is your protein target for intake daily?
I don't have a specific number. I used to have a better one because I had a calorie tracker because I like to bulk and cut. Currently, I'm pretty bulked up and I'm trying to cut down a little bit. But,
when you're bulking, what's your target?
I don't have a number, but I'd like to have...
Not whatever he said, about 60 to 100.
And how many calories a day when you're bulking?
When I'm bulking, I want to have about 3,000. If I'm cutting, maybe 2,000. All right, let's check on the steak. Let's kind of let that go for a good while, so we're going to flip it. That's some great grill marks on it. You see that? And we're going to have that go for about a little bit less than we had this other side go, because you can tell it got a little bit dark. And so the plan is with the steak, though, is to... We had to go on this side, then we're going to have it go on that side, have it long ways, and then we'll flip it, but only do it sideways. So you have the cross-section grill marks. That'll be really good. But we don't want to let too much of the heat out, too much of the smoke out. We're going to close that. And in just a couple minutes, we're going to put the asparagus on, have it going up with the steak at the same time. And then shortly after, once we get those cross-sections going, the asparagus gets done with a good char, we're going to plate everything and set it up right here and let you see it. All right, now we have the steak going a little bit longer. We're going to flip it for starting the cross-section areas. That looks really good. All right, start that cross-section going. Okay, now we should get the asparagus on. So let's just grab it bit by bit. Put that on this side. Give it some room so they all get a good char. A lot of people, I mean, I like it in the oven too. But a lot of people like their asparagus in the oven, which I have no problem with that. But for me, like if it's onions or vegetables or anything, I like them on the grill. I just like that char flavor. It's probably a man thing, but you never know.
Wow.
Let's go ahead and put these on there. Last couple asparagus, if I could grab it. Come here. Okay. Have those going as separated. Have that cross section going. One more thing. Since it's the cross section and we're not going to flip it that much more.
Huge mistake incoming. Never put butter on a grill that's used all the time and uses propane, because that crap will catch on fire and your grill basically explodes. Don't do it.
Just a couple, wow, that's some hard butter. A couple crats of butter on a couple different spots of the steak. Throw it right there, there. Give that just a couple minutes and I'll see you in a sec.
Here we go.
All right, we want to get these flipping. So let's go ahead and move these asparagus around a little bit.
This is so bad. there's so much fire, and I just don't even know what's going on. So I'm like, okay, let's look at the cross section.
All right, have it long ways like this. Put it right there. Not much longer at all. All right.
First I do that, and I leave it under the fire. But bro, you won't? I can't even comprehend why I did this thing I did after. Why did I do this?
Oh, actually, one more thing. Don't cut. Gotta put some butter on there.
No!
All right, cool.
Bro, it's not cool. This makes me look like such a bad cook. I want to apologize because I did not know it would catch on fire. My dad has done this before on our grill at home, and it doesn't do that. I don't know why it caught on fire.
All right, it's getting really crazy.
You think?
I very strongly believe that this steak is done. Let's take that off. Look at that asparagus. It's nice and dark. Get that on here. That just fell straight through the grate. Come here.
Oh my gosh!
All right. And that's the plating. Make sure the next step after that, turn your grill. I'm not 100% sure how to turn this off.
Bro, I should have just grabbed a fire extinguisher. I turned it off.
All right, it got really hot, and I'm not sure if it got overcooked, because if you can't tell, I mean, right now it's off clearly, but I mean, there was a lot of fire, so this steak could likely be overcooked. If this was more like normal grill like the one I have at my home, it would probably not be that bad. Let's just hope it's not, like, you know, congratulations worthy, so we can go ahead and cut it. Okay, that's not bad. Not terrible. I got some cuts.
You know what? I'll give myself a little break. It looked really bad on camera. It honestly wasn't insanely overcooked. It's not medium rare. It's probably medium well. It's probably due to the fact that I actually didn't keep it on the grill for crazy long because I saw it caught on fire. I didn't know how to react on camera, but I did take it off.
So what type of vacations do you enjoy going on?
I honestly, a lot of people probably disagree. I enjoy vacations like this more chill. Like, you can see these amazing views. You have your nice room, everything to yourself, pretty big house to stay in. I would rather do this than go to the beach, like most times out of 10. I mean, for one, the beach kind of ruins my body. Like, it takes a toll on me. I've gotten sand rash on my leg before, and it literally has still been here for like 10 years now. Too hot, too much sunburn. Sand sucks, and the ocean, I don't know. I mean, I like it. I really like it. And what would make the beach better for me is the setting of where you are, and if there's stuff to do. Like, things I like to do at the beach is like putt-putt or something. But what was the question again?
What types of vacations do you enjoy the most?
I like stuff like this.
And what do you like to do on vacation? What types of activities?
I like to go out and do like stuff like putt-putt, anything that, if you go to a specific place, you're going to have things themed around it. So currently we're in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area, so lots of nature things, Dolly Parton themed things, big buildings, like not like a skyscraper type thing, but everything's way oversized, but there's a lot of fun things to do.
So what is your most favorite vacation you've ever been on?
Well, that depends. So I haven't been on a huge amount of vacations, but usually I'll do one, like usually at least one a year with my family. But it depends. Honestly, I think the older you get, the more you enjoy things differently. And now that I'm a little bit older, I can see what types of vacations I like. And for sure, it's this. Along with about 8 months ago, we went to a separate cabin that's on this same mountain that overlooks. If you can look over there, this really nice view of the Appalachian Mountains. Okay, but it's definitely this for me. I love the solitude, the views, of being able to enjoy everything so much more, and your body not getting absolutely demolished. I mean, it depends on what you like to do. A lot of people like to go out a whole lot more. I like to go out a little bit. I don't like to be out every day so much. I enjoy having this. I mean, this isn't, I would say for most people, this definitely isn't normal to just live in a place like this, so I enjoy it. And I forgot one thing when I was saying that. Favorite vacation ever. These two vacations, and along with going on a cruise. We went on a cruise in October of last year. That was amazing. If you're going on a cruise and your family's okay with it, try to get Royal Caribbean. It's fantastic. Get one of the bigger boats because you'll have more activities to do on it, and you'll go to these islands and see the amazing ocean. The stuff on the boat is probably better than the stuff off the boat.
I mean, you get to see these like Olympic diving people if you go on a right boat. There's a zip line across the big open area. There's an inside big open area with shops and parties that go on. Like there's a 70s theme party that happened, and then outside there's wakeboarding and all these crazy activities. So, oh, and the dinner too. The dinner was my favorite part. You basically get anything you want. You don't have to be like, how much does it cost? Like, because it's all included. So, definitely these two in the cruise, probably the cruise a little bit more, are the best vacations.
What were your servers' names?
Ian and Today.
They were that good that you remember their name.
They were.
So what is on your bucket list of places that you want to go in your life?
When I become an adult, I would love to go to Norway. Probably stay a little bit in southern Norway where there's more urban places, but go to northern Norway to look at those mountains, because that's something I would love to do. Different places in Europe, like I'd like to go to France, see some of that culture, history, I guess. Germany. I'm honestly not very interested in the UK. I mean, the weather there sucks. And I know a lot about it anyway. In particular, France I like a lot because my last name derives from there. I mean, it sounds pretty French. But other than that, Greece as well. I would love to go to Greece. The oceans are, or not the oceans, the beaches are amazing. And those are my main places. Europe, almost entirely.
Would you be very adventurous with the foods that you would try in those places?
It depends on the food. Probably the most adventurous place I would eat, Norway or France. Well, I hope you enjoyed doing this as much as I did. I did end up eating all of it. It was really good. I mean, medium, well, medium, doesn't matter. I think that steak with that char tastes pretty good, especially with that asparagus. The asparagus probably turned out better than the steak. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll do one more. I'm going to do a tour of the cabin that I'm actually going to film right after this because I don't want to run out of sunlight. So I'm doing this outro really quickly. But I hope you enjoyed doing this as much as I did. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, like, subscribe, check out this video or this video. Depends on what you want. And I'll see you in the next one.